when you can think and feel and be within your own self, regardless of what others are doing. That is sovereignty. And that cannot be taken away from you. At the deepest level, you will always be able to connect within yourself. That connection can never be taken away, and that is sovereignty. Hello, Lori dear. We are indeed here. We are thankful to be here in these moments with you and Lucas and those who are listening to this video in these moments and their now moments. We see this very moment on Earth as being a pretty tricky time for many people. And we see that it is a very good time or an optimal time for us to bring forth a video, bring forth some understanding, bring forth some messages that we think will help many of you upon Mother Earth at this time. We see that there is some fierce opposition that is showing itself. There are many sides that are coming forward and are being vocal. There are many sides that are coming forward and being seen. And this being seen and being vocal is not something that we are concerned about. What we are most concerned about on this side of things is those who are not being seen and those who are not being vocal. Those who are doing things behind the scenes while others are being out in the sun and being seen. Those who are having a voice and being heard. There are others that are behind the scenes that are doing and doing and doing and taking advantage of this time to get ahead in their agendas, in their ideas, or putting their ideas into action. They are in a place where, because there are so many distractions, they are able to get things done. Now, we would say this in itself is not a bad thing, but we would say there are those that have agendas that are not so much in line with what our agendas are. And let us say that our main agenda has always been and always will be in regards to humanity, to empower and uplift humanity as much as we possibly can, while allowing humanity its sovereignty. Now, there are others that are hoping that this time for humanity, all the things that are happening, will allow a distraction so that they can come forward with their own ideas that they have for humanity. So this is something very different from our perspective and from our agenda, which again is to uplift humanity, to empower humanity, to allow their sovereignty to shine. Now, we don't say these things to upset any of you, but we want to be clear that when there are a lot of outside distractions that indeed are distracting a lot of humanity at this time, there is always those that are taking advantage of that. And they are working in ways to move ahead on their own agendas. So we actually would say for many of you to take a cue from this. Now, what we mean is we have been giving you a subtext that there are those that have agendas that aren't necessarily of the light, that are moving in ways that are not helping or moving to help humanity. We have given you that subtext. But we would also like to say that we do not think it is a bad idea, while there is a lot of distractions going on in the world, to allow yourselves who are of the light to continue to move in the light and move forward in your own agendas and your own internal agendas that will allow your own ideas, desires, manifestations to come forward, where you can actually get ahead internally so that you can focus your own internal energy. Even though there is so much going on around yourselves, you can learn the discipline of taking advantage of these times that are so active on the outside of yourself as a time where inside you can do some work, where you can move forward, where you can nurture yourself internally. We say this because there is so much activity happening around oneself right now on Mother Earth that is outside of them, that it is almost not necessary to do a lot outside of yourselves. We do not think that at this time it is maybe, for most of you, a good time to put forth action outside of yourselves. This time may be a good time to come within and to nurture that is within you and to find the strength that can happen within you and the surprise that can happen within you when you find that when you nurture this inside of you, this out here does not matter to any great idea or way. It's not as important as that which is inside of yourself. For if you feel peace inside of yourself, no matter what is happening outside here, it doesn't matter to such a high degree. Now we know that you are on Mother Earth and you are in the dimensions that call for an awareness for what is outside of you. And we're not saying to not have an awareness of what is happening in the world and what is happening outside of yourselves. We simply are saying, have an awareness, but then come inside yourself. Find the garden that is within you. Find that which is sovereign and work from there. There are many things you can do inside of yourself at this time. And you can feel like you're getting ahead in a way because there are so many things that are going on out here that have so many people distracted that it's an opportunity to build on your skills. We know that the Olympics are happening right now on Mother Earth. And we know that many of you are interested in watching your athletes, those who have found the discipline and the wherewithal to build the skills necessary to do the master achievements that you are seeing before your eyes within the Olympics. Most of the time when they are building those skills, it is when others are distracted doing other things in their lives. They are finding the moments to come within and find the discipline to work their skills. They work on their internal skills, which are very necessary for those to blossom within their bodies, within whatever they need to perform, whatever they need to do. So athletes, we would say, those that are involved in the Olympics doing all sorts of amazing things before your eyes in these moments, they need to cultivate what we are asking you to cultivate, which is to take the opportunity to cultivate within yourself, regardless of what is going on outside of you. The Olympians need to do this. And even when they are performing, let's say, for example, they are running a race. When they are running a race, or they are doing gymnastics, or they're doing some swimming, or they are doing kayaking, whatever they are doing, they have to, and it is a must for them, to take a few moments before they begin to move through in their vision center of what they will perform, to move through in their heart center and gather themselves and gather their focus, to focus their internal organs, you could say their internal power centers, okay? And then move forward. Only when they have done that will they move forward for achievement. This is the same with you. You may not be Olympians in the same way, but you know we're going to say it, you can be Olympians of spirit. And to do that, one needs to cultivate when other people are distracted or relaxing or finding things to do that they need to do in their lives. The Olympians are finding ways to connect within themselves and to build their skills. And that always starts from the inside. So this is what we have for you today. We hope that even though there are many things that are happening around Mother Earth, that you can, wherever you are in the world at this time, enjoy your days, enjoy your moments that you have and that you've been given, and that you can find time to cultivate within what it is you in particular want to be doing with your moments and your time. This is where sovereignty comes in. You are sovereign. You have your own ideas, your own thoughts, your own dreams, your own agendas. And you can cultivate those and you can bring them forth. This is what we are hoping for you, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what is happening. You can cultivate yourself. You can cultivate your sovereignty. You can bring forth that which you desire, So find the time to find the space to find out what is your desire, your deep desires. Find the time to look at them, focus on them, find the discipline to spend time that you need to cultivate that which is within you so that you can manifest what you desire. So when you see many things going on around yourself, acknowledge it. However, we are asking that you have a trigger within you, a cue within you that says, all this is happening. I do have an emotional response to what is happening. I let myself feel that. I let it go. Now my next trigger, my next cue, I'm going to use the word trigger because I want to use this word in a way that isn't always meaning a trigger for something negative or something you don't want to happen. We want to use the word trigger to trigger your internal power centers, your mind and your heart, to understand that when there are distractions out here, when there is chaos playing out, it can be a trigger for you to go within, to say, I know this is happening. I have feelings about it. I can feel them. And at the same time, I can cultivate something in here that I want to cultivate, that I want to cultivate, that I want to dream, that I want to think about. That is sovereignty. That is sovereignty. When you can think and feel and be within your own self, regardless of what others are doing. That is sovereignty. And that cannot be taken away from you. At the deepest level, you will always be able to connect within yourself. That connection can never be taken away. And that is sovereignty. So when you are finding a lot of stuff going on, and it's going on for everybody at this time of Mother Earth, and there are reasons for that, and it's not that they're good or bad reasons, it is necessary for that which is within to come out at this time, so change can happen. But as you see this change happening, and as you see the chaos unfolding so that the new creation can come in, this is your trigger to move within and find that which you would like to cultivate. Let it be a positive experience for yourself, or at least a growing experience for yourself. Let you be able to touch within and move forward with your sovereignty. We are very thankful for these moments. We appreciate your attention. We appreciate your listening ear. We appreciate your energy that you bring. For not only is our energy coming forth in these videos, and Lori Deers and Lucas, it is also your energy. So we appreciate your energy. We matter. We all matter. You matter. Your sovereignty matters. For when you are sovereign, there is your power. And maybe you're doing something small and seemingly insignificant. If you are in your sovereignty, if you are in your power, that is always significant for Mother Earth and for all of us that are within the Awakened Collective. We are the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the Council of Nine, and the Council of Light, coming through Xanadu and then coming through Lori Deer. Adieu and adieu.